We are with MCC United Church of Christ in the Valley, and one of the things that we've done is to take our commitment to creation and put it right smack into our motto, if you will: caring community of Christ, living compassion, loving creation. We started the congregation about 10 years ago under the auspices of our past pastor, Reverend Dr. Bob Shore-Goss. Started to look into how we can become, a sustainable congregation, and basically being in love with creation. What we feel is God's greatest gift. As you can see, we're not located in a pristine area. We are in North Hollywood, but you don't have to be a cathedral to end up, becoming a sustainable venture. We did put solar panels. We utilized our church, our roof to gain the strength of the sun, and have solar panels on there. What you see behind us, the towers, is we are located right next to DWP, one of their power grid structures. So, so that's one of the things that we started to do. The thing in addition that we also did is we are not in an industrial area, but we're not quite in a neighborhood area. We're kind of, where everything meets. And the thing that I think is exciting that our congregation started to do a number of years ago was to say, we can be green. You can be green no matter where you are. So what the congregation did is took the backyard was actually, this was not how it's going to look. You're going to see in a few pictures, but this was a parking lot. And with the blood, sweat, and tears of congregants, ended up taking out the blacktop in many of the areas and starting to plant. Because again, we can find beauty in the midst of concrete. And bring in. So what you're going to see is we have taken basically what is an urban area and brought in a place of peace, a place of where I see it. My little dream is a place of where you can have daily retreats, whether it's just sitting outside, whether it's bringing in small groups to have retreats. Or people after a 12-step meeting, or even after worship service. And as you can see, we took the area, planted pepper trees, fig trees, etc., and turned it into a place that not only all of this was concrete, and we, as I said, it was paving actually, and we built up gardens in it. We also have in various places of the garden put in what I would call, centers of reflection of some of the different. This, of course, is it's the succulent area. Mother Mary is in this area, and we have got a gazebo, seating area. We also utilized some fountains, which of course do not go all the time. They are on timers, so we don't waste water, and it's of course all recycled. Again, it's when we think of green, we don't necessarily, what we wanted to do is be able to bring in the healing presence of creation in the midst of the urban area. On the side, this is behind the sanctuary windows. It's almost all windows, and what we've done is hanging in here, there is bougainvillea and some other things, so that actually as we worship, we see creation. We also, that white box there has been a garden that the senior citizens who meet at the church from an outside organization turned into a garden so that they could, grow vegetables and such. Of course, right now it's, we don't have as much in it. Also have this area here is to the goddess and to peace, a nice little pond area that we have, um, and then pomegranates. I just love. So we have a pomegranate tree. We've planted uh, a orange tree, lemon tree, and we've done all of that so people can um, come and have fresh fruit. Again, some of this might all seem pretty like, yeah, but for many of us who are apartment dwellers, myself included, I will say, especially during this time, it's been a place just to go in to get rid of the chaos. The other, on the inside of the building, one of the things that we've done is to have worked on, again, the things that many of us have done, of go through of how do we light the church? What do we use at hospitality, et cetera, and to do as much renewable and recycling as we can. We were about to do an updated assessment, because oftentimes, we do all this great work, and years go by, and you kind of aren't exactly where you should be. So we were about to start an assessment to make sure we were still doing what we needed to do, and where could we improve, because we don't feel as if one time you're done. So we've done everything from that to, of course, incorporating in our teaching experience and our worship experience. Creation is woven in throughout the year, and not just on Earth Day. So it's one of the small things that we try to do. And one of the things I did say last time, some of you may remember, in our membership, we actually made Earth a member of our church. It might be a little symbolic, but it is something that, we feel is important, that, she's a member of our church, and not just an idea. So I thank you for allowing me to share some of the few things that we've done.